What is happening, my dogs? My name is Madison and I'm the auction dog, and boy do I got a doozy for you guys today, son. We just got to the shop from picking up this ZHP, and I didn't really film too much while I was there, but I do have a little bit of footage from being there and also the ride back, and I'm gonna go ahead and drop this right here, and then we're gonna pick back up with you guys afterwards. Mystic Blue ZHP, dude. Yeah, you're gonna be driving that back. The Mystic Blue. 75,000 original miles. Montana leather interior. See, this is the main body damage here. Obviously right in the corner there. Goes into the door, ding here. But this is all Montana leather. And unfortunately it's tan trim, but it is what it is. It'll be fine. But 75,000 original miles, dude. I'm so stoked. And the black square cube trim. See how it has the black square cube, the square cube HUD? Yeah. And it has either black or silver for the ZHPs. So, cool. So, we're gonna go ahead and get the hell out of here. Old Dean over there sold us the car, right? It's got a little sentimental attachment for him, but you know, we're gonna come back over and let him go for a ride, and then when it's all done, and get it going. So, top doesn't work, AC doesn't work, power steering's leaking. It runs and drives though, so that's about the extent of that one.
Smoke, I mean, that's
no smoke. Yeah,
that's
it.
Checking in. I mean, does it go through smoke, fast smoke, light smoke?
Don't smoke.
Slow smoke.
Doesn't smoke actually. Huh?
Well, there was
yeah. All right, so I didn't really film too much while I was there picking this car up, but I want to give you guys a little backstory about this thing while I'm in the car driving it. So I was on the Facebook Marketplace this morning, where I always make a lot of my bad decisions, or good ones, depending on how you look at it. And this car came up, and it was posted 2006 BMW 330 Ti, blue, needs a lot of work, needs mechanical work and body work, lots of issues. And it said in the post is that will not sell to anybody who's not a BMW enthusiast. And then it said 75,000 miles into there. And I'm like, there's no way this thing's got 75,000 miles on it. It's sacked out, you know? So I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna go look at it. I messaged the guy, and it was like 21 hours after it had been posted. I messaged the guy, and I'm like, can I come see the car, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, do you like BMWs, all this crap? And I'm like, of course I do. I wouldn't be messaging you otherwise, you know? So I show up, and I didn't think it would have 75,000 miles on it. For what, actually, even before I even showed up, I checked the Carfax on it. I checked the Carfax, and it showed no reported accidents. Last odometer reading was 69,000 miles, and that's when he bought it. And it was obviously last registered in the United States, or in Florida. So I'm like, okay, well maybe this thing is legit. I got to go look at it. So I came down to Sarasota, and I looked the car over, and I confirmed obviously it's a Mystic Blue ZHP, which he didn't have it listed as ZHP. Obviously, it is automatic, unfortunately. And I don't really like this interior color. I don't know who the hell spec'd this thing like this. You know, the tan with the black square cube trim and like black and then tan Montana leather. Like, just, they didn't do it right. They didn't spec this thing out properly at all. But that being said, it still looks freaking sick, because Mystic Blue ZHPs are rare as hell, especially a final year, an 06, which is the last year of the ZHP. So this one got the active headlights. It has a lot of really good perks that are quite nice about the last year's ZHP that I really love, dude. So I was he had it listed for 3,500 bucks. The dude had over 100 messages for this car, and I tried to hit him at 2,500. He wasn't budging off 3, so I ended up scooping it for 3. The last sale on carsandbids.com for a 2006 ZHP with under 100,000 miles, it had like 86,000, was 13 grand for an automatic convertible. $13,000. So I'm gonna clean this thing up, and you know, I'll probably have 4 or 5 in it all said and done, but I got 4 or 5 in a $13,000 car. Know what I'm saying? And it's Mystic Blue, so who even knows what it'll do in the end. But it's got a lot of issues. The AC doesn't work. There's every light on the freaking dash is on right now. It's got, I know he said he got a flat tire, and that's when the traction control came on, so I would assume that one of the brake sensors has got a torn wire or something to that effect. The power steering's failed. It's got a really bad leak he didn't replace. There's a big clunk in the right front. It's got a lot of problems. Don't get me wrong. I mean, this thing's not in good shape whatsoever. But it runs and drives. It shifts. It doesn't overheat. It gets you where you want to go. And frankly, it's got 75,000 true miles, no accidents, 3 owners. This car's doing the bank on carsandbids.com when it's cleaned up and done. So I'm driving it home, or driving it back to the shop right now. This thing's going to the body shop on the 8th. I'm gonna try to have everything else taken care of before then, as far as mechanically. Just try to sort this thing out mechanically and make sure that it's as it should be and safe to drive. Because right now it ain't safe to drive, not even close. And yeah, then I'm gonna, once my M3's sold, I'm gonna just kind of enjoy this car for the summer and then move this one along as well. So I think this was actually a banger, just an absolute banger, dude. Got really, really lucky with this thing. And I'm absolutely stoked to have this thing. So I'm gonna cut off with you guys. I'll pick back up when we're at the shop, and I'll kind of just go through it a little bit and look at, let's show you guys what I'm really working with here. But boy, what the hell, what a good day, freaking A. I'll go ahead and do a walk around with you while I got you, because dude, this thing is sick. For one, Mystic Blue is kind of a rare color for the ZHP. It really is, honestly. It's actually, it's a really nice color to have it on M3, obviously, but it's a really nice color to have on a ZHP. And this car is an 06. It's actually not terrible condition, but it has a little bit of body damage here, some clear coat peel. The trunk looks like shit. And then obviously here in the corner. And I did film this while I was there too. The top is blue. It needs to be cleaned, you know, but you know how I am about blue. You guys know how I am about blue cars, dude. I love blue cars, man. I don't know what it is. And I'm really missed. I have to sell my M3. My M3 is gone. It's got to go. So I'm kind of in withdrawals from having an E46 convertible because I really like tooting around with the freaking top down. And my fiance has been bitching because our other car's manual and she can't drive it. So this one's automatic and it's gonna be good for her. So I'm biting the bullet on this one, boys. And yes, it was a good deal, but it is also automatic and she is gonna be able to enjoy this car just as much as me. So that's really good. But like I said, 75,000 original miles. The interior is kind of sacked a little bit. And I didn't even believe it when I looked at the car, but the Carfax does confirm that it is an original mile car. And boy, does it need some work. The power steering's failed, like I said. AC doesn't work. Every freaking light on the dash is on. That front right corner has a problem. I'm gonna, when I take it to the shop, I'm gonna allow them to try to figure out what's going on with that, because it's going to a body shop next week. And other than that, man, this thing's going under the knife. It really is. So I will drop a little photo, boom, right here, of the last recorded sale on Cars and Bids for an 06 ZHP like this, convertible, automatic, and the previous car had 86,000 miles on it, and that one did 13 grand online, 13,000. This car is doing 13 grand all day. There's no reported accidents, luckily, obviously. I think what happened was somebody backed into this car in a parking lot. So it wasn't that it was an accident or anything like that, but somebody did back into it. And I'm trying to preserve that fender, so we'll see what happens. But long story short, there's a lot of money to be made on this car. There's a lot. And so I'm selling the E46 M3 it's got to go. It's time to go. I enjoyed it, but it's time to go. I'm gonna fix this thing up for the next couple months, maybe a month or two, and then this thing's going to, honestly, at the end of summer, and we're gonna be moving this one along as well. So that was a lot to say. Long story short, I really think I stole this thing for 3 grand, dude. $3,000, stole this freaking car. Like, look at it, look at it. Mystic Blue, done deal. This was always one of my dream colors. You know how I am about colors. I love this thing. I love ZHPs. It's the next best thing to an M3. And honestly, it doesn't have the rod bearing problems and the Vanos issues. Yes, it's got dual Vanos, but the M54 is a very reliable motor. It doesn't have all the issues, the plethora of problems that a M3 would come with. So I'm really stoked to be having this thing right now. Honestly, I am. So plan of attack. Tomorrow, the next episode, which I'm going to start tomorrow with this thing, we're going to dive into this thing and really see what's wrong with it, because it's got a lot wrong with it. And I know that I definitely know the power steering lines are weeping like crazy, because I filled it up and I drove 10 miles maybe, and it's empty already. It was empty before I even got here. And other than that, I'm going to try to charge the air conditioning and see if that will come on. Hopefully it's just that. Hopefully it's just got a leak somewhere and I can put some I can find the leak, you know, or put some sealer in there and try to get it to seal up. And then we're going to go into cleaning up the interior. The top does work, but it has a hard time coming back up. So I believe that I honestly think the reservoir is low. So I brought some CHF 11. I'm going to fill that thing up tomorrow and see what happens with that. But dude, this is good. This is a good one. This is going to be a really good one. So yeah, I think that's it. I think that's the end of it. You know what I'm saying? I think that's it. And we're going to go ahead and get the hell out of here. But if you guys do like this kind of content and you want to follow along this build, consider subscribing down below. We do have a lot of other videos coming out I have a Chevy truck. I like to rebuild old K-Series Chevys as well. And so that one's on the list of, it's in this, that's kind of under the knife right now. I do have my M3 that I'll have a few more videos coming out before it's actually sold. And yeah, man, I got my E36 too. You know, we got a lot of stuff going on right now. This has been a good year so far. And yeah, thank you guys for riding along with me. Anyways, if you haven't already, check out our website. We're gonna have pictures of this build on there. We're gonna keep that one updated. I have been kind of slacking on that as well, but we're getting back into that. And fucking A, man, getting to it. Thank you very much, all right. Peace out, my dogs. Thank you guys very much for tuning in, and hope you guys have a good rest of your day. See ya.